Just as promised, I'm going to defend Asriel for a moment. I think that this whole drawing immodestly dressed dragons thing comes from Kris. As we know, Kris sometimes influences the narration, like you realized you can just open your eyes when the player makes them think about the night. The "your brother will never return it" sounds suspicious to me, especially considering that they somehow knew Asriel's search history. Like, I get it, you and your brother are very close, but how could you know exactly what there was? That's a school computer after all, not the one in their room. You might wonder, then why is this door in Cyberworld labeled as Asriel's room? I think you already know what I'm implying. Asriel's computer is being used by Kris, not the one in his room, because it clearly says that there are old boxes under the desk, so nobody sits there. The one in the computer lab, when we read its description, says that someone was trying to log into their email account but noticed that the internet was gone. Alphys has mentioned that Kris used to stay up late talking to Asriel before the internet went away, so clearly they've been using the computer lab. Asriel is in university, meaning he's graduated from school a while ago, and you're telling me that no one has used that one computer ever since? I'm sure it's Kris using their brother's account specifically to Google, what they googled. I will not call it backstabbing since Kris really loves Asriel. I think they're just sure that nobody in hometown, well, except Susie, would actually believe in Asriel searching something questionable on a damn school computer. What I'm trying to say is that Kris is the freaky one. That's why they know exactly what to expect. I believe that Kris really, and I mean really, likes Susie. I think that might be the reason why they let Susie bully them at the very start, why they bid the same apple she bid, and I'm telling you, that apple shampoo is not a coincidence. Also, they giggle to themselves when Susie threatens them, then they also say something that makes Susie leave them alone. Joke's on you, I'm into this. But it makes sense why Susie called them a freak at the very start of chapter 1. Because to me, Kris doesn't seem like someone who'd let anyone bully them. They carry a knife with them, for God's sake. That might also explain why Kris was so chill around Susie, even left at her threat, as Noelle writes. Des also has a trace drawing of a dragon in her room. That 100% belongs to Noelle. That would explain her crush on Susie. Then, Gerson tells Susie that from all the characters in Dragon Blazers, she's the dragon, and points out that she has the ability to change the story. And he also says that Susie has the white pen of hope to write over the dark. To me, it seems like Susie's presence is very important to Kris. I even thought that Kris might have been in a time loop and that they had known Susie for some time before we met her. By the way, the white pen of hope that Gerson tells Susie about, in that secret fight, Susie mentions that Kris's sword is a pen in the light world. And if the Kris hand theory is actually true and Kris will lose their hand, then it means that in her prophecy panel, she's holding their sword, the pen that writes over the dark. That's the same thing we do in Spamton Sweepstakes. We draw with white ink over dark and reveal the Forgotten Man's tree. That's Kris's art therapy. They trust Susie deeply, and I feel like the love that finds her is actually us, the soul. Maybe Kris will pass the role to her, as well as giving her the opportunity to banish dark and seal the fountains. I just really hope that Kris won't end up dying.